It's the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion. This is for Wednesday, the 28th of August. I'm Michael Groff. My apologies. Pretty bad allergies today. Among the reasons why I'm so late with this video. Going to try to make it through without sneezing. That should be fun. We'll see if I can do that. All right. We've had lots of clouds around today, even some light showers early this morning in a few spots. But rain chances don't look to be too great going forward from this point. In fact, it should be noted that we probably will spend the next 7 to 10 days rain-free here in Phoenix. Now, there are a couple of caveats to that, which we'll get into, but it kind of looks like the monsoon is going to start to wind down for us over the next several days, and you got to wonder, are we going to see basically the end of our monsoon season? Some of you that are like me, you're very sarcastic out there, are going to say, hey, did the monsoon even start this year? Yeah, it's been another one of those monsoon seasons. We'll get into all of that and everything else as we dive on in and discuss. All right, here's the almanac from yesterday. 108 degrees the afternoon high. 85 the morning low. 105 and 83 are the averages for this time of year. And as we take a peek outside now here at 2 o'clock, we've got scattered clouds. We've got 100 degrees at Sky Harbor, dew point 54, humidity 21%, wind from the east-southeast at 12, the barometer falling. Upper level weather pattern across the nation right now shows moisture has crept back into the southwest. That trough, well, moved out into the northern plain states. Another one is skirting by well to the north over the northern Rockies and heading toward the Dakotas and Manitoba. And so as a result, the flow aloft around here has switched back more out of the south and southeast, and that has allowed at least some moisture to creep back in the area. That's why we had the light showers overnight and early this morning. And there are some showers ongoing over the eastern part of the state today, but as for any storms in here later this afternoon or tonight, that looks to be a fairly low chance. The watch warning map, some heat for the East Coast. Red flag warnings north of the state. Fire danger continues to be a major concern out here in the west because it's just been so darn dry this summer. Convective outlook, we've got a risk of severe storms from around Indianapolis eastward over towards Cincinnati and Pittsburgh and Philadelphia, New York City. And then, of course, over the northern plain states for the Dakotas and Minnesota, another round of strong to severe storms possible up there. For us, we're in the green. Thunderstorms possible, although I would say the risk here in south central Arizona, including Phoenix, is very low for the rest of the day, today and tonight, albeit not zero. Precipitation outlook, this is valid through Wednesday morning of next week. Rain amounts in Phoenix, nothing. Statewide, not much. Generally under 1/2 inch for the east central and southeastern portions of the state, although your amount will vary. Any one storm can drop more than what's shown here, but this represents an average of what we'll see across the region. Let's get into what's going on with this weather pattern in more detail. And to do that, we explore the models, see what the future may hold. Here we go, the GFS. It is the 12Z run, and this is valid at 5 o'clock this afternoon. Troughing, heading toward the northern plain states. Around here, yeah, we're kind of in a quasi-monsoonal setup. So down at the surface for the rest of the day. Today, partly sunny. Widely scattered showers and thunderstorms over eastern Arizona. An isolated storm is still possible here in the lower deserts. We might see a light shower or storm someplace, but I'd say the chance of that is pretty low, 10% or less, really. High temperatures this afternoon, well, we'll be around 101 to 106. We're not going to get much warmer than what we are now thanks to those clouds that we've had around. Now for tonight, partly cloudy, overnight lows, mainly in the upper 70s to mid 80s. And then tomorrow, we turn mostly sunny, and high temperatures should top out generally around 103 to 108. And more or less, that's where we're gonna be as we head into the Labor Day holiday weekend. This is Friday. We're sunny, we're dry, widely scattered showers and storms over the rim country in the southeastern part of the state, but I think here in Phoenix, just no real meaningful chance of rain. Okay, mathematically speaking, yes, the chance of rain in Phoenix isn't zero on Friday. It's probably about 5%, but just not enough to put it in the forecast. I just don't see a scenario where we get a good enough push of moisture to get storms in here. And high temperatures for this upcoming weekend, somewhere between about 104 to 109 each and every day for Friday. Here's Saturday. I'll tell you what, the GFS it's been doing this a little bit the last several runs. It's really trying to give us a good push of moisture this Saturday and maybe even into early Sunday for some showers and storms, perhaps even trying to creep into the south central deserts. Now, right now, we've got the forecast dry, okay? And I think that's probably the best way to go with this forecast, but the GFS at least gives us an outside shot at some storms on Saturday and maybe Sunday. But I would say the more likely prospect is over the higher terrain of northern and eastern Arizona. But even there, we're not talking about widespread rain. Maybe rain chances probably in the 30% bracket in most spots. Maybe a little bit higher for southeast Arizona. So if you're planning to head up north for the weekend or head over to the eastern mountains or the southeastern part of the state, you could run into some showers and storms midday and afternoon, evening hours. But here in Phoenix, just the chance is pretty low. We're going to watch model trends, though, and see if we do have to put in at least a small chance of rain on Saturday. And again, as I mentioned, high temperatures 104 to 109. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Here's Labor Day. And at this point, it looks like we're going to really start to dry out here. Maybe an isolated storm over the higher terrain, but Labor Day looks actually quite dry. Drier air, lower dew points coming in. We've got troughing over the Pacific Northwest, and it looks like much of next week is going to be dry. Okay, this is Tuesday. High temperatures still around 104 to 108. A week from today, Wednesday, the 4th of September, again, we're just dry. This is a setup that just does not favor monsoon moisture to come in here, ridging building more to the west of us and north of us. So the flow aloft looks kind of northwesterly. Going out 10 days, same story. This is Friday the 6th, and that's dry. I don't really see a great opportunity for monsoon moisture to get in here. Now, obviously, things can change, but we're starting to head into September here, and we're in a setup that does not look very favorable for a strong subtropical ridge to build north of the state or northeast of the state over the Rockies, the Four Corners, or Utah to bring in that monsoon moisture. And so this is where we start to speculate, and that's what this is right here. This is what we're doing. Okay, this is not an official forecast. This is not official proclamation, okay? But we have to wonder, is this it? Is that it for the monsoon for this year? Sure went out with a whimper. One would argue it was kind of a whimpering the entire season. And it's been a disappointing monsoon season, that is for sure. All right, looking at rainfall for Phoenix off the GFS ensemble. Now this goes out through the 11th of September and doesn't look good, folks. Mean is under a quarter of an inch now, and a lot of the members that show precipitation have it today or tonight, maybe tomorrow. A couple maybe on Saturday, but by and large, not much of a prospect. Maybe out at 10 days and beyond 10 days, a few members do bring in some rain chances, but this doesn't look great. And if you think this is bad, of course, the European ensemble, which has been kind of the Debbie Downer for the entire season, unfortunately, it's also been the Annie accurate when it comes to forecasting monsoon precipitation this year, and it has basically nothing for the next 2 weeks. So we are heading into sort of that post-monsoonal dry season maybe already. And I hope I'm wrong about that. I hope we get just an absolute hammering of rain in September. But right now, that doesn't look very likely. Temperatures off the national blend of models. You know what? Unfortunately, we're going to stay above average because ridging will be the dominant feature. It's just going to be in the wrong place for most of the forecast period. So highs are going to flirt with 110 on several days through the next 10 days. And so it is looking very likely that within the next week to 10 days, we will break our all-time record for the greatest number of days with a high temperature at or above 110 in a year. Keeping in mind that record is 55, and we're just 2 away from that record. So we are knocking on the door. All right, at least with the drier air, those overnight lows should cool off a little bit more, especially away from the urban core, but we'll have to see about that too. All right, that's going to do it for the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. My next video is due back here tomorrow morning. Should you happen to enjoy these videos, then be sure to subscribe, like, share, click that notification bell, leave those comments, questions, and suggestions. If you really like what we do here, then click that thanks icon below the video here on YouTube and make those monetary contributions, or you can donate directly to me via PayPal. groffshow@gmail.com is the PayPal address. It's groffshow@gmail.com for PayPal. The executive producer of the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion is my one and only, the sweetest of all time, the Asian sensation and proprietor of sweetchildaz.com.org and the Facebook page of the same name, Sweet Child Arizona, talking about my Michelle. Check her out. Check out her videos. Check out everything Michelle related. It's linked up down in the description, as is our streaming station, available 24/7, 365. It is called KMGX. And you know what we do there. We play a ton of music and have a lot of fun with that. All right, boys and girls, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. All of your continued support. It is so greatly appreciated. Please be safe. Stay cool. Stay hydrated. I'm fighting a sneeze. I made it through the video without a sneeze. Stay cool. Stay hydrated. You guys have yourselves a beautiful rest of your Wednesday.